In general, when it comes to treatment, school mental health professionals may not have either the time or the needed expertise to actually provide treatment for children and teens with anxiety or OCD. And so it is recommended that they actually refer them to a qualified therapist who may be outside of the school system or perhaps within the school system. But if you need to explain to a child and their parents what that treatment might involve before you refer them on or give them some direction, a good way to do that is to talk about how it's important to start figuring out what is making the child anxious. So it's like being a detective, a mind detective, figuring out, why am I a 9 on the thermometer about this test when most of the kids around me are like a 3 or a 4, and that's more reasonable to the situation. And to do that, a therapist will help you figure out what you're thinking, what you're doing, and what you're feeling. And those are the 3 most important steps to understand before you involve yourself in the treatment, because it's our thoughts that can make us anxious. So for example, if you've got a test and if you say, it's too hard, I'm going to forget, I never do well on a test, well, that's going to make you more anxious. Your feeling temperature is going to go up, and you might feel your heart beating and your stomach tight and you can't breathe and you don't want to go to school. And then you say, oh, I'm not going to take that test. So when you begin to understand the connection between those 3 things, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what your body's feeling, and then how you act, then that helps you figure out how to change those things. And that's really what the treatment will involve. The treatment is called cognitive behavioral therapy, and it is shown to be a very effective treatment for anxiety in children and teens. It has a lot of scientific literature behind it to support it. And again, when you work with a qualified therapist, the therapist will help you identify or label your thoughts and then begin to change them.